We starting off war.
Most High Christ.
Young man Kendall. Wait. Yeah, I'll point to you when you're ready. You're too eager. Ready?
Come on, sir.
Young man Kendall. Banya Howder. Banya Shala.
Young man Kendall. Banya Howder. Banya Shala.
Yahba Shim Yahsha Brakata.
Yahba Shim Yahsha Brakata. With it.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah. Here we go. One.
Make sure you don't spill that joint here. That's just ice. Don't even sweat it. Go ahead.
Oh, dang, he poured a lot. I ain't poured a lot. What's this right here?
That's just the equipment sheet. All right, come on with it.
Here, let me get that back. Okay. All right. Turn to me. Here you go. There you go. Go ahead.
Oh, Yahba Shim.
No, grab it.
Oh, come.
You gonna turn? La Yashal.
La Yashala.
La Yasha Allah. Go ahead.
There we go. Get everything out my way.
What you looking for, sir? Hold on. Let me get that side. Kendall, you gonna grab this?
It's gonna go over your right shoulder.
Get it.
Official scrolls.
He said what?
The king will have them official scrolls. They call it out.
Come on, Khan. Abanawa.
Wait.
Like it.
Sorry, turn face east.
Come on, Khan. Yapang Mahakudam. Sorry. We're going to turn and face the east, and we're going to say the Lashawan Kodash for the prayers. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim. Kodash. Hayah. Shimka. Yahweh. Malak with Ka. Taba'ah. Ratazaka. Hayah. Aisha. Ba'arataza. Kawa. Hayah. Bashamayim. Nathan Lanawa. Lacham. Kao. Yawam. Wasalach now. Chabawath now. Kasalach now. Chabawathi now. Wala'ah. Tabiya'ah now. Banasayawan. Abo. Hawashai now. Mayan. Rai. Kaya. Laka. Hamalakwa. Waha'ala. Wathapara. La'aywalamyam. Aman. Want me to do it in English too, sir?
Of course.
Come. What we said was, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not. Into temptation. But deliver us. From evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it. Next up is the power prayer. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'Hashem.
Ba'Hashem.
Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai.
Baba Kushah.
Baba Kashah.
Nathalanawa.
Udalanawa.
Hakak.
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 Lara Pa'a.
Lara Pa'a.
Kal Makala.
Kal Makala.
Wakal Madawa.
Rakal Madawa.
Hakak.
Hakak.
Latahar.
Latahar.
Hamatazarayim.
Hamatazarayim.
Hakak.
Hakak.
Lahaquim.
Lahaquium.
Hamathium.
Hamathium.
Hakak.
Hakak.
Arakal Wat.
Al-Rakawa.
Hatama Allah.
Hatama Allah.
Lagarashan.
Lagarashan.
Bahashem.
Bahashem.
Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai.
The water.
The water.
Aman.
Aman.
What we said was, Lord, in the name of Yahweh Shai,
Lord, in the name of Yahweh Shai,
please give us the power.
please give us the power.
The power to heal.
The power to heal
All manner of sickness.
all manner of sickness
And all manner of disease.
and all manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to cleanse the
The
lepers.
power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean
The
spirits.
power against unclean spirits.
To cast them out.
To cast them out.
In the name of Yahweh
In
Shai.
the name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you.
The one.
So be it.
So be it.
All right. No sweat. Next up is the blessings prayer. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Wa Yahweh Shai.
Wa Yahweh Shai.
Wa Mayaka Allah.
Wa Mayaka
Wa Alahayim.
Wa Alahayim.
Matazab Ya'ah.
Matazab Ya'ah.
Alawap Yahana.
Alawap Yahana.
Ha Alawapyam.
Ha Alawapyum.
Ha Saranyam.
Hasaranyum.
Ha Quatazayanyam.
Hakwatazanyum.
Ha Cha Yayalyam.
Hakal Yaoyum.
Wa Akwathyam.
Ha Akwathyum.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'Hashem.
Bahashem.
Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai.
The water.
The water.
Aman.
Aman.
And what we said was, bless you, Yahweh,
Bless you, Yahweh.
and Yahweh Shai,
And Yahweh Shai.
and Michael,
And Michael.
and the angels,
And the angels.
commanding General Yahana,
Commanding General Yahana.
the generals,
The generals.
the captains,
The captains.
the officers,
The officers.
the troopers,
The troopers.
and the sisters,
And the sisters.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
in the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
All right. Next up is the
Psalm 83. Or no,
Psalm chapter 121 will be the next. Asha,
Asha.
Ayanya,
Ayanya.
Al Haharyam,
Al Haharyam.
Ma'ayan,
Ma'ayan.
Yaba'a,
Yaba'a.
Isaiah,
Isaiah.
Isaiah,
Isaiah.
Ma'aim,
Ma'aim.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Aisha,
Aisha.
Shamayam,
Shamayam.
Wa'arataza,
Wa'arataza.
Al-Yathan,
Al-Yathan.
Lamawat,
Lamawat.
Regalka,
Regalka.
Al-Yanawam,
Al-Yanawam.
Shamarka,
Shamarka.
Hana,
Hana.
La'a,
La'a.
Yanawam,
Yanawam.
Wala'a,
Wala'a.
Yayashan,
Yayashan.
Shawamar,
Shawamar.
Yasharala,
Yasha'ala.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Shamarka,
Shamarka.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Tazalka,
Tazalka.
Al-Yad,
Al-Yad.
Yamyanka,
Yum-Yum-Ka.
Yawamam,
Yawamam.
Hashemash,
Hashemash.
La'a,
La'a.
Yakaka,
Yakaka.
Wayarach,
Wayarach.
Bala Yala,
Bayayala.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Yashamarka,
Yashamarka.
Makal Rai,
Makal Rai.
Yashamar,
Yashamar.
Athnapashka,
Napashka.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Yashamar,
Yashamar.
Taza'athka,
Taza'atka.
Waba Wa'aka,
Wa'aba'atka.
Maitha,
Ma'atha.
Wa'aid,
Wa'ai.
Iwalam.
I will long.
And what we said was, I will lift up mine eyes into the hills.
I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from Yahweh,
My help cometh from Yahweh,
which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee
He that keepeth thee
will not slumber.
will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel
he that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
The Lord shall preserve thy going out
The Lord shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in
and thy coming in
from this time forth
from this time forth
and even forevermore.
and even forevermore.
All right. Next prayer is Psalm chapter 83. Alahayim,
Alahayim.
al damayalaka,
Al Damayalaka,
Al Thakarash,
Al Thakrash,
Wa Al Thashakwat,
the Al Dashakwash,
Al
Al
Kaya,
Kaya,
Hana,
Hana,
Awayabyaka,
Awayabika,
Yahama,
Yahama,
Yawan,
Yawan,
Ra'ash,
Ra'ash,
Al Imaka,
Al Imaka,
Ya'ai Rayamwa,
Ya'ai Ra'amwa,
Sawada,
Sawada,
Wayatha,
Wayata,
Ya'ai Tazawa,
Ya'ai Tazawa,
Al Tazapawanyaka,
Al Tazapawanika,
Amarwa,
Amarwa,
Baka,
Baka,
Wanyakach Yadam,
Wanakath Yadam,
Magalia,
Magalia,
Wala'a,
Walala,
Yazakar,
Yazakar,
Sham Yasharala,
Sham Yashala,
Iwada,
Iwada,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Na Wa'ai Tazawa,
Na Wa'ai Tazawa,
Laba,
Laba,
Yakadwa,
Yakadwa,
Al Yaka,
Al-Yaka,
Baryath,
Baryath,
Yakarathwa,
Yaskarathwa,
Ahahalya,
Al-Hahalya,
Adawam,
Adawam,
Wa Yashamayala,
Wa Yashamayala,
Yam Mawa'aba,
Yamamabwa,
Wa Hagariam,
Wa Hagariam,
Gabal,
Gabal,
Wa Imawan,
Wa Imawan,
Wa Imalak,
Wa Imalak,
Halashath,
Halashat,
I'm Yeshabya,
I'm Yeshabya,
Tazawar,
Tazawar,
Gam Ashawar,
Gam Ashawar,
Nalawa,
Nalawa,
Imam,
Imam,
Hayawa,
Hayawa,
Zarawai,
Zarawai,
Labanya,
Labanya,
Lawat,
Lawat,
Salah,
Salah,
Aisha,
Aisha,
Laham,
Laham,
Kamadyan,
Kamadyan,
Kasaya,
Kasaya,
Sara'ah,
Sara'ah,
Kayabyan,
Kamiyan,
Banachal,
Banachal,
Koyashwan,
Yashwan,
Nashamadwa,
Nashamadwa,
Ba'ayan,
Ba'ayan,
Da'ara,
Dahara,
Hayawa,
Hayawa,
Daman,
Daman,
La Adama,
La Adama,
Shayathamwa,
Shayadamba,
Nada,
Nada,
Yab Mawa,
Yab Mawa,
Kairab,
Kairab,
Wa Kazaaba,
Wa Kazaaba,
Wa Kazabach,
Wa Kazabak,
Wa Katazalmanai,
Wa Katazalmanai,
Kal Nasa Yakamwa,
Kal Nasiyakamwa,
Ashar,
Ashar,
Amarwa,
Amarwa,
Nayarash,
Nairash,
Salaki, it's Nayarasha,
Nairashah,
Lanawa,
Nanawa,
Ath, Na'awat,
Na'awat,
Alahayam,
Alahayam,
Alahaya,
Alahaya,
Shayathamwa,
Shayathamwa,
Kagalgala,
Kagalgala,
Kakwash,
Kakwash,
Lapanya,
Lapanya,
Rawaka,
Rawakwa,
Ka'ash,
Ka'ash,
Tabaira,
Tabaira,
Ya'ira,
Ya'ira,
Wa Kalahaba,
Wa Kalahaba,
Thalahat,
Talahat,
Harayam,
Harayam,
Khan,
Khan,
Tharadapma,
Thoradafma,
Basairaka,
Basairaka,
Wabasa,
Wabasa,
Wapathka,
Mupathka,
Tabahalam,
Tabahalam,
Mala'a,
Malala,
Panyaham,
Panyaham,
Kwalawan,
Kalawam,
Wayabakwashwa,
Yabukashwa,
Shimka,
Shimka,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
Yabashwa,
Yabashwa,
Waya,
Waya,
Bahalwa,
Wahawa,
Aya'ai,
Ayai,
Waya,
Waya,
Kaparwa,
Kaparwa,
Waya,
Waya,
Abadwa,
Abadwa,
Waya,
Waya,
Da'aiwa,
Da'aiwa,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Atha,
Atha,
Shimka,
Shimka,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
Labadka,
Labadka,
Al-Yawan,
Al-Yawan,
Al-Kaha,
Al-Kaha,
Arataza.
Arataza.
And what we said was, keep not thou silence,
Keep not thou silence,
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace,
Hold not thy peace,
and be not still,
and be not still,
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
For lo,
For lo,
thine enemies make a tumult,
thine enemies make a tumult,
and they that hate thee
and they that hate thee
have lifted up the head.
have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel
They have taken crafty counsel
against thy people,
against thy people,
and consulted against thy hidden ones.
and consulted against thy hidden one.
They have said,
They have said,
come,
come,
and let us cut them off
and let us cut them off
from being a nation,
from being a nation,
that the name of Israel
that the name of Israel
may be no more in remembrance.
may be no more in remembrance.
For they have consulted
For they have consulted
together with one consent.
together with one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against thee.
The tabernacles of Edom,
The tabernacles of Edom,
and the Ishmaelites,
and the Ishmaelites,
of Moab,
and
the Hagarenes,
the Hagarenes,
Gabal,
Gabal,
and Ammon,
and Ammon,
and Amalek,
and Amalek,
the Philistines,
with
the inhabitants of Tyre, Ashur has also joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kaisan, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb, and like Zeeb, yea, all their princes as Zabah, and as Zalmunna, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of God in possession. Oh my God, make them like a wheel, as stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth a wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire, so persecute them, with thy tempest, and make them afraid, with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name, O Yahweh. Let them be confounded, and troubled, forever. Yea, let them be put to shame, and perish, that men may know, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high, over all the earth.
We done?
Come on, sir.
Blow the horn.
Come on. Trying to hit that note. You feel me?
Come on, let's put this back.
Trying to hit that note. This is one note that shake the heavens. You feel me? I try to get it.
Wait, who can? Is it like the Austin one? Or no, it's the Houston one. They do it without that little thingy.
Well, what?
They're up without this.
Nah, they have one. It's just stuck. It's just inside of there.
Oh,
I've been trying to find one. Oh snap! I'm hitting I'm hitting the camera. Is the camera good?
Yeah, it's good.
Tape it back up.
No. Okay. You're in Sabbath service. The scroll is open.
Oh, come on.
Do I need to blow the horn again, sir?
No, we just blew the horn.
All right.
With that, you can book the shop, which means to sit. When the other young man gets here, we have to switch out. Right. Go ahead. I'll start off.
Con. So when we left off at the end of the last Sabbath service, we ended Genesis chapter 7, where the Most High flooded the entire earth and murked everybody except Noah and his family. Right? What we're picking up today is we're picking up the aftermath of the flood, which would be begin in Genesis chapter 8, which we will begin in the Lashawan Kodash, and then of course we will go over it in the English translation. So bear with us as we get that done. Of course, we got people that are just now learning to read the Hebrew, which is glorious. You know what I'm talking about? So we got, young men coming up, learn to read the Hebrew, you know what I'm saying? And this is our culture. It's our culture to keep the Sabbath service. So Most High in Christ, for everybody that's in the chat, everybody that's logged in, everybody that's tuning in online, it's a glorious thing to see that we take the Most High's day of rest as a natural thing, you know what I'm saying? A natural part of our weekly routine, you know what I'm saying? So as our week comes to an end, of course, we're gonna finish off right and continue to edify with the scriptures, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go ahead and get that ready. We in Genesis chapter 8 and on verse 1 of chapter 8.
And this is the Lord's Sabbath day, you know what I mean? The day of rest, you know what I mean? This is the Lord's, high holy day, if you will call it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? This is the Lord's high holy day. We have one every week.
Yeah, right.
Where we gather together and love on each other. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. We got one every week. We got way more high holy days than the world has holidays.
Damn,
you know what I mean? Because we have a holy day, a high holy day every week.
Mm-hmm.
Every week. And the Lord said keep it like that so we could love on each other. So if you don't want to, if you talking about if you in the world and talking about when are you going to see your family and this that, man, I see my family every Sabbath day, man.
That's right.
I don't know what you're talking about. Every Sabbath day, I see brothers. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And sisters, and we see each other all the time. You're missing from you know what I mean?
Yeah, like
they're
where
missing,
you been at? You know what I'm talking about? Like
you're missing out on your culture.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I see my brothers and sisters there every week, man. And don't let it be a high holy day because like last week. Or was it last week? Yeah, like last week. We had a Sabbath day one day, and then we had the high holy day the next.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we had two high holy days in one day in one weekend. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Boy, it's a family reunion. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Here. You know, it's crazy too is that when you look in the Old Testament, you see that if you didn't take part in the high holy days, you was cut off from the nation. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So the least you could do is to make yourself present. You know what I'm saying? To make it to the high holy days and of course the Sabbath service and everything of the like. It should be a normal thing. You know, Christians they adamant about going to church on Sunday, right? And they dressed up and they diligent with going to church on Sunday. Well, I mean that of course is a fake diligence, but you got to understand that that's at least the very bare minimum. We should be that way when it comes to the Lord's Sabbath. You know what I'm saying? Because the Most High created all the heavens and the earth, and this is the day of rest, and we are to follow the day of rest just like He ordered. Now, of course, we are in captivity. So some of us had slaveries and some of us have no choice but to do these certain things. But understanding that the zeal that's behind the feast days and the Sabbath service should be there, should be present, should be on your mind, keeping the law on your mind, keeping the scriptures on your mind. Of course, keeping your culture and heritage at the back in the forefront of your mind as well. That's the thing that we got to come back to. So coming back into the scriptures, and then, of course, in the Hebrew is a challenge. It's a challenge, but the Most High is asking you to accept that challenge and to come in here and to continue to grow so that we could build this kingdom. Because our kingdom is being grown right here in the Isupk, brick by brick, soul by soul. Every brother, every sister that comes in here is going to continue to grow, and that's what we're going to make sure is going to happen. We're going to do this for as long as it takes till Christ come back. While the rest of the world goes crazy, and you see the prayers that we just read, is praying for more stuff to happen like that. And you're seeing it going on across the world right now from Russia and Ukraine and everything else. Just remember, the Most High, he flooded the whole earth. Well, remember, he's going to be bringing destruction on the earth in these days too. But we got to continue to move forward.
All right. We got to go. We got a lot of stuff to go.
Let's get it in. All right. So we in Genesis chapter 8.
Talk.
All right. Yeah, you right there.
Cool.
All right. So I'm going to kind of go help you out with it.
Why is it car?
Yeah, it looks weird on the iPhone. You got to get an Android, man. Why is a car?
Why is a car?
Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Atha.
Nah.
Nah. Yeah, nah.
Wait. Let him try first before we start to. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Oh, what? It's like what?
Watha. Mm-hmm.
Ka'al.
Kal, yep.
Haikaya.
Hakaya. There you go.
Wa'ath.
Mm-hmm.
Ka'al.
Okay.
Haba.
Hama. Mm-hmm.
Ashar.
There you go.
Aitwa.
It's
what is it?
It's Athawa.
Atawa.
Mm-hmm.
Atawa.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Bataba.
Mm-hmm.
Wayar Abar.
There you go. Alahayim. Mm-hmm.
Raha. Was Raha or like
Rawah. Mm-hmm.
Al.
There you go.
Ha'arat.
Ha'aratazah.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Wayas.
Mm-hmm.
Wayas. Saka. Wa. Wayasakawa.
Mm-hmm.
Ham.
Hamayam.
Hamayam.
There you go.
Verse 2.
Good reading. Keep going. You're doing good.
Wayasakara.
Mm-hmm.
Maya what?
Ma'ai.
Ma'ai.
Yana.
Yanath.
Yana.
Yanath.
Mm-hmm.
Ma'ai Yanath.
Tahawam.
Tahawam.
Mm-hmm.
Wa'arab.
Araba. Well, you were really close.
Wa'arab.
Finish it.
Wa'arab.
Bath.
Bath. It's like
Hashemayim.
Hashemayim.
Mm-hmm.
Wayakala.
Yeah. Wayakala.
Wayakala.
Mm-hmm.
Hagasham.
Mm-hmm.
Mayam.
Mm-hmm.
Hashemayim.
Most High Christ. Verse 3.
Wayas.
Wayashabawa.
Wayashabawa.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Hamayim.
Hamayam. Mm-hmm.
Ma'al.
There you go.
Ha'aras.
Ha'aratazah.
Mm-hmm. Ha'aratazah. Halwak. Like this.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh. Wa'asa.
So Washa.
Washawab.
Washawab. Put it all together. There you go.
Is it Washawab?
Washawab.
Mm-hmm.
Just do one at a time. Waya.
So
Khasa. Rawa. Now put it together.
Waya. Khasa. Rawa.
Mm-hmm.
Hamayam.
Okay.
Hamayam.
Makwataza.
Mm-hmm.
Kamasham.
Mm-hmm.
Kamasham. Go ahead. Wa ma'atha. Mm-hmm.
Yawam.
All right. Verse 4.
What? Tanakh.
That's good.
Hataba.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's not the at the end.
Oh, and then Bachadash. See that? You're right here.
Oh,
Bachadash.
Bahadash.
Mm-hmm.
This one's Hasib. Hashabai.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fine. Hashabai. Go ahead.
Bashabaya.
Mm-hmm.
Asar.
Mm-hmm.
Yawam.
Mm-hmm.
Lahawdas.
Okay.
Oh. Harai. Is that you say?
Harai. It's Harya.
Harya.
Mm-hmm.
Ararat.
Mm-hmm. Verse 5.
Wahamayam.
Mm-hmm.
Haya. Halonak.
Mm-hmm.
Wahasawar.
Yeah.
Ada.
Id.
Mm-hmm.
Hakadash.
Mm-hmm. Ha'ask. Ha'asha. Is that Yara? Ha'isha Ara. Yara. Like Ha'isha Yara. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Ha'isha Ara. Ba'asa Ara.
Aisha, yeah, that's the same thing. It's pretty much the same thing. 10th in the 10th month, so it's Aisha Yara. Yeah, there you go. Ba'achad.
Ba'ahad.
Ba'achad on the first. Go ahead.
Ba'ahad.
Lakadash.
Lakadash.
That's a na.
Not a na.
No, that's a na. That's what it says. So Nara'awa.
Nara'awa.
Mm-hmm.
Nara'awa.
Ra'ash.
Nara'awa.
Ra'ash.
Ha'aram.
Hahariam.
Hahariam's like.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Verse 6.
Verse 6. Wahide. Wahide.
Why is Waya Haya.
Waya Haya.
Mm-hmm. Makwataza.
Makwataza.
Mm-hmm.
Arabayam.
Mm-hmm.
Yawam.
Mm-hmm.
Waya Yakwa Ta'a.
Waya Path.
Oh, Waya Path.
Waya Path. I think it's Waya Pathah.
Waya Patha.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I don't know what just happened. Yeah. Waya 1-6.
You're in verse 6. Where it says Noah.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead. Nach. Mm-hmm.
Etta. Halawam.
It's
Kalawan.
Kalawan.
Mm-hmm.
When the N is at the end of the letter or the phrase, it's a long line.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. Well, when it's a short line, it's a wa. When it's a long at the end, it's a na. But it's tied to it. So it's Kalawan. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Hataba.
Mm-hmm.
Ashar.
Mm-hmm. Asha. You're on verse 7 now.
Oh,
Aisha. Yeah, Aisha.
Aisha. Oh,
yeah, it says Ashar and then Aisha.
Aisha and Aisha. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Waishala.
Wayashalah. Mm-hmm.
Etha. Ha'arab.
Mm-hmm.
Wayasha.
Wayataza'ah.
Like. Yeah. Gasa.
Just go to settings.
Yasawa.
Right there.
What is that you say?
Yeah.
There you go. Try putting it sideways. It might line it up better. Keep going. What you got?
It's like. Yeah.
You trying to?
Yasawa. Like is that?
I still can't see that shit.
That's just I maxed it out.
I know.
So I can't. It says no. Go back to after it says a raven.
A raven. Oh, ha'arab.
Mm-hmm.
Ha'arab. Wayataza'ah.
And then what next?
White.
Yataza wa'a.
Yataza wa'a.
Mm-hmm.
Wasawab. Or
Rasha wab. It's like a washa wab.
Washa wab.
Mm-hmm.
Id.
Mm-hmm.
Ya.
Yabashath.
Mm-hmm. Hamayam. Ma'al. Ha'aras.
Ha'arataza. Mm-hmm. All right, that's the end of verse 7. Go ahead and switch to the English. Start at verse 1. Let me see the attendance. Go ahead and start reading.
Who checked in?
Sister Vanessa and Sister Mariam.
Mm-hmm. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 8, verse 1. And God remembered Noah and every living thing and all the cattle that was with him in the ark. And God made a wind to pass over the earth, and the waters, does it say assuaged? Assuaged? Assuaged. Verse 2. The form.
Hold on. You got your phone? Google assuaged.
I got you.
Oh,
somebody Google that. That's not a word that everybody uses.
Not.
You know what I mean? So we got to figure out what that word means.
So what does it mean? Like
the definition of assuage means to make less intense.
To do what?
to make less intense.
So when it came to Noah and the cattle and Noah's family and everything that was on the ark, everything was less intense for them. So for the rest of the world, the destruction and the waters and the winds and everything was intense. It was rough and rugged. You know what I mean? Yeah, you understand that?
So like everything was smooth for Noah, and everybody else was like, dying. Like, well, I mean, everybody was already dead though. But
yeah, basically.
Yeah.
So it was smoother for Noah, just like when in the time when Christ comes back. For us, for the brothers and sisters in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, and for the whoever Christ wants to save, is going to be it's not going to be a breeze, but it's not going to be as rough as it is for everybody else. Yeah, y'all understand that?
Right.
You understand that because Christ is coming back to save someone, and back then the Most High saved someone, and He saved the animals that was with them, and He saved His children. And his children's wives. You know what I'm talking about?
Damn right.
All right. Go ahead, let's keep reading.
Verse 2. The foundations also of the deep and the windows of heaven were stopped, and the rain from heaven was restrained.
Right. So so Noah was on the ark. Noah, his family, what's name was on the ark, and the winds was blowing, and the rains was coming, and it was a big storm, and oh God, all of a sudden everything just chilled out. You know what I'm talking about? Like, right. Oh snap! The boat ain't rocking. The boat was probably rocking, but not like it was during the storm. You know what I mean? The ark was rocking, but it wasn't like it was during the storm, and it was a calm over the earth. You know what I mean? There was a calm before the storm and a calm after the storm. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
Go ahead.
Verse 3. And the waters returned from off the earth continually.
What does that mean?
Read that again.
And the waters returned from off the earth continually. And like kind of like settled down.
Like when when the tide's going out. Like imagine the water returning off the earth, like meaning the water's starting to fade off and the flood's starting to lower, like the water levels is going down.
Give me the scientific version. What's up?
So like whenever like a tide comes in.
No.
Not like that.
No, like we're not talking. It's talking about tides and stuff like that. But what happens when the tide returns to the ocean and if it's outside raining, right, and it's flooding everywhere, and then days after the flood, it's like the water's going away every day. What is the water doing?
It's going into the earth.
No, yeah, that too. But what is it doing?
Also going.
Why is the water going away on that from the flood?
Because it's being evaporated.
My guy, there you go. It's evaporating. Basically, it's evaporating, because the H2O turns into air, turns into the evaporation, and it goes into the earth, goes into the sky, and it falls from earth again, from the heavens again.
That's right.
You know what I mean? It's called evaporation. It's a cycle of life that the Most High puts here on earth. Just like you have a cycle of life, and you die, and your soul goes to go to the Most High and get judged and get put back into another Israelite. You know what I'm talking about? Somebody in your family lineage or something like that. Same thing happens to the water. Same thing happens to the cows. Same thing happens to the you know what I mean? Same thing happens to all the animals. It's the circle of life. What's up?
So like, especially here in Texas, you go outside and it's a hot, sunshiny day. There's not a cloud in the sky, which means what? There's no evaporation happening with any water nearby, because that's what the clouds are, is they not? Because what happens is the accumulation from all that evaporating water goes up into the sky and ends up in the air, and that's where the clouds is at. That's why you see cloud is just evaporated water that's then accumulating in the air. You know what I'm saying? Which then moves over the land. Eventually, it groups up to then it rains on somebody. So that's where all that water comes from. It's from that cloud, right?
Right.
So I mean that's what he's explaining. Imagine how many clouds had to be in the sky to evaporate all the water of the earth. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It's just like we'll be on water restriction,
right?
And then it rains and be like, oh, we needed that water.
Yeah, I always hear that. Yeah. And we need that water.
Yeah, it just so happens the Most High makes it rain. The Most High does all things. Right?
Come.
All right, let's go ahead and keep going.
And after the end of the 150 days, the waters were abated.
Yeah, the waters. Give me abated. Somebody Google abated.
Come.
In your Google machine, like as General Muhammad would say. Type in your Google machine and give me abated. We're talking about the destruction of the. We're talking about the destruction of the earth and how the Lord makes it after the destruction of the earth. How the Lord replenishes the earth.
I got it right here, sir.
Go ahead.
It says cause to become smaller or less intense.
Right. Read that one more time.
The scripture or
the scripture.
Read the scripture.
So it's like a sound less intense. All right, go ahead. Read that one more time.
And after the end of the 150 days.
Right. So after it rained for what? It rained for 40 days, 40 nights. It was like 47 days. Right, because it rained for 7 days. Then Noah got okay. Now it's time to get into the ark. And you start bringing everything into the ark, and then it rained for another 40 days and 40 nights. So 47 days and 150 days of the earth what would you call it? Not 150 days, but what's 47? 100 more days.
Yeah.
Right? Let's just round off 100 more days. You feel me? And after 100 more days, the earth is starting to settle down. You know what I mean? It's not flooding everywhere. You feel me? Like you starting to see land again. You know what I mean? So things it's starting to settle down. So after 150 days, right? Go ahead.
The waters were abated.
Right. So it was even more less intense. The waters was less intense now. So first it was like the rain has stopped, then the wind has stopped, so it was less intense. But now they looking out the windows and they seeing land. You know what I mean? So the waters ain't even out like it was. Okay, it's less intense. So it's getting better. Okay, all right. We good. You know what I mean? Now keep going.
Kind of concept. Verse 4.
Does everybody y'all understand that?
All
right.
Verse 4. And the ark rested in the 7th month, on the 17th day of the month, upon the mountains of Arak. Is it Arak?
Where you at?
Right.
Ararat.
Ararat.
That's just the name of the place.
That's just the name of the place where they found where that's that's where the ark rested at. That's where the ark stopped. It was on the mountain of where?
Ararat.
Right. So that's where the ark stopped at. That's where the ark was rested at.
On a mountain.
On a mountain somewhere. All right. Go ahead.
Verse 5.
Officer Dawud on where that exactly is. You know what I mean? My camp leader exactly where that is. Go ahead.
Verse 5. And the waters decreased continually unto the 10th month.
Right. So dang, 10 months after on the set 10 months after the water, there's still water on the earth everywhere though. But it's starting to really still decrease, still evaporate, still go into the earth, and still, you know what I mean? I imagine the grass was you know what I mean, tall as me out there, 6 foot grass blades out there, you know what I mean, trying to walk through there and chop it down with machetes, and you know what I mean. I imagine it was wild. It was wild, plants everywhere and herbs everywhere, and you know what I mean. Because after the rain goes away, after the water goes away, the sun gets to shining, and now the flowers and everything gets to blooming. Boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean? You dig what I'm saying?
Damn right.
Right. So even 10 months after there's still water on the earth, but it started to decrease even more. So where you can really get out there and explore. Go ahead.
Constant.
What verse you on?
I was on verse 5. And on the first day of the month were the tops of the mountains seen.
Right.
Verse 6. And it came to pass at the end of 40 days that Noah opened the window of the ark which he had made. Verse 7. And he sent forth a raven, which went forth to and fro until the waters were dried up from off the earth.
Well, he's the messenger bird. Noah was one, and he's like, you get. All right, bird. This is what you're gonna do. You're gonna go out there. You're gonna check to see what's good. You feel me? And it's probably and I know there's like a scientific method out there because he sent the bird out, and probably if the bird came back, you know what I mean?
That's crazy.
Mean, if the bird came back, it was nowhere to go out there.
Right.
You know what I mean? For the bird to land and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, but if he sent the bird out and the bird didn't come back, you know, I mean, and the bird didn't come back, oh, that means there's land out there. There's somewhere where the bird can sit down. So there's somewhere where we can go out there and sit down too. You know what I mean?
That's true. Big facts. I mean, that's a good way to put it. You know what I'm saying? And you know, the bird's gonna come back if he doesn't have a place to land, right?
Right.
Or he might even bring back some proof.
Right. That's not far. Like, because if a bird's not gonna go too far, they're not gonna go or fly all the way around the earth. You know what I mean? But they're gonna go a good distance around and they're gonna come back. That's how they used to do it on the boats with pirates and things like that. Mm-hmm. So our pirates always have parrots or birds on their shoulder. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Because they'll fly out and land over there. You know what I mean?
Land ho.
Yeah.
It'd be like, right?
Like, I got a question.
What's good? So,
you know how the Christian church tries to say like they all came in a line? Is that true, or like did he actually have to go and capture these animals?
See, you wasn't here like last week or the week before. So it was talking about how the Lord put a spirit on the animals to know because it's just like tell them that story about in Hurricane Harvey when the eagle flew into the guy's car.
Well, the animal, animals usually migrate to get away from danger, but if the danger is so all over the place, they won't try to find a place of shelter. Well, there was one point during Hurricane Harvey where a guy had his window open in his car and an eagle, it was an eagle or a falcon, right? Something like that, flew into his window and just sat on his passenger seat and had a scared look on his face and was looking at the guy like, yo, man, I don't want to get out the car. I don't even know you, but we finna deal with each other for a little bit because I can't be out there right now. It's just too crazy.
You know what I mean?
Like,
and it's the same thing in Noah's time. The animals was like, I need somewhere to go. And they're not like, and the animals are not like people. You feel me? So that's why when it said the breath of life and it gave them instruction, the Most High gave the animals instruction to go with Noah, go into the ark, and you know what I mean? Because they were just as scared as everybody else on the planet.
They could sense when the weather's gonna get bad.
You know? Yeah, you feel me? And they were just as scared as everybody else. When it started raining, and it was raining for 7 days, they was like, Noah was like, all right, it's time because the Most High gave me instructions to do this. But the birds and the animals and was like, it's been 7 days of raining. You know what I mean? They was like, you know what? We got to do something. We got to go somewhere. And the Most High gave them instruction, gave the animals instruction to go to Noah's Ark.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. You feel me? They was looking for somewhere, and 2x2s, male and female, but then 7 clean, and then two of every unclean animal.
Salakia.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, like there was this video one time of a bear that walked up to a guy was fishing, and the bear just walked up and sat next to him like as if he was chilling with the guy fishing. You know what I mean?
Because when you get that fish out of there, I'm about to eat that fish. Like, you could just fish some more fish.
Like at that point, if that's the spirit in the animals, and you just imagine, you know what I'm saying, when the Most High gives us that true dominion over the earth, the way that we'll be able to handle things. You know what I'm saying? Without all this crazy training like what Esau tried to do with the circus animals and stuff like that.
Right.
Imagine, because you'll be treating them right. You'll be treating those beasts the right way. Go ahead.
Oh
no.
You good? You done?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Because like now, like I've seen the video with the guy, and he was playing with the lion, putting his hand in the cage, right? And the lion did what a lion do. He was looking at him. He was like, he was playing with the lion. The lion waited for him to put his finger back in the cage, and he snatched it. You know what I'm talking about? He was like, get off my, you know what I mean? But you're sitting there playing with the lion. You know what I mean? If you was walking down the street and seen a lion, if you was walking down the street and seen a pit bull on the other side of the street, what you gonna do?
I'm gonna run the other way.
Don't run the other way. You just keep walking and let the pit bull do him. You know what I mean? But for some reason, heathen nations, when they see a lion, they want to go. I want to go see what that lion's gonna do to me if I touch it, if I pet it. You know what I mean? So they're gonna see a pit bull in the street. You know what I mean? They're gonna be like, that pit bull ain't gonna do nothing to me. And then go over there, and then the pit bull's gonna bite them and shake like a pit bull. Can you? You know what I mean?
Oh, if he was in a chain or something to a leash, I'd be just walking. Like
I wouldn't even deal. I'd probably cross the street still. I don't trust it.
I ain't messing with him.
I don't trust it. People get snakes, and then get mad when the snake bites them. But it's a snake. It's a snake. It's a lion. It's a tiger. It's a bear. You know what I mean? I was watching the video with the little Edomite girl, and she had a baby bear in her hands, and she was like you know what I mean? And then the bear bit her all right here. The little baby cub bear, little baby bear, but it might be a cute little baby bear, but it's a bear. You know what I mean? And the animal is gonna do what it's supposed to do, which is bite your ass. You know what I mean? So quit trying to domesticate animals that's not supposed to be domesticated. You feel me? Dogs have a spirit where they can be domesticated, where they're supposed to be pets, and you know what I mean? But they still, you know what I mean? Like what's those hunting dogs when they hunt ducks?
Hound dog?
I don't know, but they hunt ducks, right? So they shoot the duck, and then the dog go get the duck and come back with the duck in his mouth. You know what I mean? You do what I'm saying? A dog is meant for certain things. You know what I'm talking about? You put a little bitty chihuahua, you know what I mean? The chihuahua gonna bite. You feel me? At your ankles. Am I wrong?
Right.
Am I wrong? You feel me? Like you gotta understand the spirit of things. Some things ain't supposed to be like that. But you know, the so-called white men don't have no understanding. The heathen nation don't have no understanding of these things. You know what I'm talking about? Because the Most High gave the understanding of these things to Adam and his descendants, and Noah was one of his descendants. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Just like we have the understanding of not to touch a lion or not to go talk and go try to, you know what I mean, play with the lion. Why? Because we're Israelites, and the Lord gave us that understanding. Nigga, leave that lion alone. You know what I'm talking about? Let a lion be a lion. Let a whale be a whale. Let a shark. How many black men you see swimming with stingrays?
None.
Yeah, you feel me? Because there was a guy named Alligator Hunter, or what was the Crocodile Dundee, whatever, and he was swimming with stingrays, and one of the stingrays stung him, and he died. And we was like, see, that's why we don't mess with stingrays. You know what I'm talking about? We don't mess with alligators neither, but we don't mess with nothing. Black folks don't mess with nothing wild. You feel me? We don't mess with wild dogs, the chupacabra, nothing like that. You feel me? Even my Hispanic brothers don't do it. You dig what I'm saying? My Hispanic brothers, even my brothers in the Amazon don't mess with wild animals in the Amazon. They stay away from things like that. And then when you go down there, they'll tell you, don't go over there. Yeah, you feel me? Mm-hmm. You feel me? Leave that alone. What's up?
It's like Chinese people, whenever they want to test other foods, like they'd be like, I wonder what snake tastes like alive, or like what, you know, like
Chinese people eat bats.
Ew.
Boy, you see a bat outside, you be like, honey, that's a bat.
You Chinese people be like, ooh.
You get the duck in it, they're like, it might, you know what I mean? But Chinese people be like, ooh, let's catch a bat and fry it up. You feel me? Leave that stuff alone. I've never thought about eating shark. Well, white people have. You feel me? Go ahead.
Stay away from shark.
You know what? SeaWorld, they have a thing called orcas, nicknamed killer whales. White people it's called a killer whale. And white people try to domesticate those.
Just a lot here. The other day, I was in in my yard. There was a mama and a baby deer. I think I even posted a video of it.
Yeah, and he tried to domesticate it.
I didn't domesticate. No, I mean I just fed the motherfucker, right? Like I was like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna hook them up with some apples or some shit because there ain't no apples that grow around here. All they eat is grass. But I know they like fruit, so I went and got a couple slices of apples and some grapes, right? And I threw one at the mama deer, and then she ate it, and then I had it in my hand, and she trusted me. She walked up and she ate it from my hand, and before you know it, I'm sitting here my homie, he's getting ready to leave. And I'm petting the damn deer. Like, what the hell? This is a wild animal. What the heck is going on?
You see what I mean?
You know what I'm saying?
But he said though, they eat grass, right? And you see how the Most High feeds the animals.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that with a hyena. You know what I mean?
But you did it with a deer. Like a deer don't have hooves and beat up people. Or like they do it. They do it. It happens all the time. It's on videos.
Oh yeah, I seen it. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Now if that deer had a different spirit and was like, do, we would have been at the hospital right now. You know what I mean?
No, that deer would have been at the hospital.
No, we would have been at the hospital with you. We would have been at the hospital with you, and I would have been like, Salaki, sir, Officer Dog. I don't know what was what he has. You feel me? He wanted to feed the deer, and the deer had different thoughts and knocked him out. You know, tomorrow put hooves on him.
Man, I don't know why.
You didn't have to feed the deer because the Most High feeds the deer. There's grass everywhere. You feel me? Like there's some like, but he wanted to be Crocodile Dundee.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be Crocodile Dundee.
Don't roll that dice too often.
That reminds me of the movie with Ice Cube in it.
And I don't know. What's it called? Are we there yet?
Verse 8. Also, he sent forth.
That's verse 8.
Sir.
Let's go back to the Hebrew. Yeah, more point of the story is the Most High put a spirit on the animals to go with Noah and not kill them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And stop messing with deers. Y'all on.
Come on, sir.
Unless you're trying to eat the deer, you know what I mean? Unless you're trying to eat the deer and survive off the land and things like that, stop messing with the deer. Let the deer eat the grass. You feel me? And berries and nuts and stuff that they find in the wild. Let them do that. That's why it's out there for the deers and the antelopes and whatever else out there want to eat that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Deers will mess you up, dog. Trust me. Go ahead.
Why la'a?
You in verse 8, right?
Why is Allah?
Why is show? Yeah. Why is Allah?
Y'all brothers want water?
I got some already.
You need water? All right, go ahead. Keep reading.
Atha. Hayawana. Ma'atawa. La'awath. Hakwawa. Hamayam. Ma'al. Kwana. Pana.
Oh, Panya.
Panya. Ha'adama. 9. Wa'ala. Ma'asala.
Mataza'ah.
It's like a mataza'ah. Hainawa. Manawath.
Take the water.
Oh, it's like
Lakap.
Rala. Or is it right?
Ragala.
Watazaba.
No, tha. It says Watashab.
Oh, Watashab. It's like Watashab.
Alayawa.
Allah. Hataba. Kaya. Mayam.
Good job. Good going.
Aya.
Al.
Pana.
Panya.
It's like Ka'al. Ha'araz. Ha'aratazas. Wayashala. Yadawa.
It's like a Yadwa.
Yadwa.
Wayakwaha.
Wayakwaha.
Mhm.
Wayakwaha.
Wayaba'a.
Wayaha. Awad.
Atha.
Atha.
Alayawa.
Wait. Oh, chapter 10, right? Chapter 10.
No, you didn't finish 9.
Oh, damn.
Go to after you said her.
Oh, and took. Oh, Khan. Okay. Wayaba'a.
Wayaba'a.
Atha.
Mhm.
Allah.
Alayawa.
Alawa.
Mhm.
Alawa.
Al.
Al. Habata.
Hathaba.
Like Hataba.
Mhm. Go ahead.
Oh,
Now go
that's-
to verse 10.
Okay. Wayahal.
Iwad.
Idwad.
Mhm. Shabai.
Shadbai.
Shabai. Or something like that.
Shabayata.
7th.
Mhm.
Shabide.
Keep going.
I.
Yamayam.
Yamayam. Oh, it's right.
Mhm.
Shadbai. Yamayam. Hariyam.
Mhm.
Wayasabha.
Wayasap.
Wayasap.
Mhm.
Sa'ala.
Shalach.
Shalah.
Mhm.
Etha. Hayawana.
Mhm.
Min.
Mana.
Minna.
Mhm.
Hatazaba.
Hathaba.
Hathaba.
All right, verse 11.
Watazabo.
Wathaba.
Wathaba.
Mhm.
Wathaba. Allah. Or
Alayawa.
Aliyawa.
Haya.
Hainawa.
Mhm.
La
La'atha.
La'ata.
Irab.
Irab.
Mhm.
Wa
Wahana.
Wana. Ayla.
Mhm. Zayath.
Zayath. Ta'ara.
Tarap. Okay, good
Tarap.
on. Mhm.
Bapahaya. Or
Bapaya.
Bapaya.
Mhm.
Wayawayda. Or Wayawayda.
Wayad.
Wayadad. Or Wayalad. Oh, no. Wayadad.
It's Waya
Waya.
Da'ai.
Da'ai. Wayada'ai.
Nach.
Nak.
Mhm.
Kaya. Kwala'a.
You say, yeah, Kwalawa or
Kwalawa.
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 Mhm.
Hama'ayam.
Hamayam. Go ahead.
Hamayam. Like Ma'al.
Ma'al. Mhm.
Ha'aras. Ha'aradaza.
There you go. Now, verse 12.
Verse 12. Waya haya.
Waya.
Waya
Yachal.
yahal.
Mhm. Iwad.
Iwad.
Mhm.
Shabai.
Shabai.
Yam. Yama'am. Yama'am.
Mhm. Yamayam.
Yamayam. Ha'aram. Aharam.
Aharayam.
Aharat. It's like, can you say that again?
Acharayam.
Aharayam.
Mhm.
Why salad? Why salad?
Just do it one letter at a time. Waya.
Waya
Shalach.
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 shalah.
Mhm.
Waya shalah. Betha.
Mhm.
Hayawan.
Hayawana.
Hayawana.
Hayawana. Mhm.
Wa'ala. Wa'ala.
Mhm.
Gala.
Yasapa.
Yasapa. So. Shabba.
Shawab.
Shawab.
Mhm.
Alwa.
Alayawa.
Aliyawa.
Mhm.
Awu.
It's Iwad.
Iwad.
Mhm.
Oh,
Verse 13.
Verse 13. Wayahai. Ba'ahat.
Ba'achath.
Bahahath.
Washashah.
Washashah.
I'm hold it. I'm just you feel me? The other day at the feast day, Captain Yatazak said about the brothers reading the Hebrew and how they were sounding out, how they trying to sound out letters and things like that, and it's a glorious thing.
That's what he said, right?
Yeah, it's a glorious thing, and I'm sitting here listening to him trying to read it. Some words he's getting right, some words he needs a little help with, but he's doing it.
That's the thing. Wow. He's here.
He's doing it.
Doing it, yeah.
He's actually doing it. You feel me? And it's a glorious sight, man. And I love to see the sight. You know what I mean? Are you proud of are you proud of yourself? That you're getting better at Hebrew, that you get to read it better. You know what I mean? Because last week a brother sat in this seat and he was excited that he was reading, that he was actually sounding it out, and it was making sense to him on how to read it, and he was excited.
Most High Christ, big up to you, young man Mike.
You know what I mean? He was excited, and now you're sitting here doing the exact same thing, and it's a glorious sight. It's a glorious sight that people look at us and say, "You're a hate group." It's crazy.
You know, the scripture says, as newborn babes desire the sincere milk of the word, right? Imagine you having to learn it on a whole new language, and guess what? You're a babe all over again. And you know what I'm talking about?
Like give these brothers a hand here in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, man. Because these brothers are actually taking their culture back and doing things that are ancient.
Yeah, like your spirit ain't spoke those words in generations.
You know what I mean? Thousands of years. Mm-hmm. That this language ain't around no more. They speak it like, instead of saying the the ga, the ba, the da, they say e and
s
and yeah, s and b and b and
u
b
and v and v. I don't know what they be
saying.
Yeah,
they speak Yiddish. They don't speak this no more, man. And this brother is bringing this language back.
Right, like we recovering a dead language.
Basically, you feel me? Like, and that's just and that's a glorious sight. That's a glorious thing to see in today's time, man. You know what I mean? That's why Christ is coming back, man. Because there's somebody worth saving. Mm-hmm. That's why the Most High is sending the angels back, because there's somebody worth saving. We're sitting here doing a Sabbath service. You know what I mean? We're sitting here doing a Sabbath service, reading ancient Hebrew. Oh my goodness.
Isn't that beautiful, man? Like, and then as you start to own more of it, and you start to just read the letters, you look at the word, you have an idea of how it's going to sound, then you say it with confidence. You know what I'm saying? Like that's, what you may not realize it while you're doing it, but then you look back at it like, man, I just read that whole prayer. Right. You know, like I just read. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you dig it?
Yeah.
You dig? I just read the whole prayer.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh wee.
Now, mind you, I like the ancient more than the Assyrian, but on the Android phone, this is easier to deal with than the iPhone. I'm just saying. The iPhone be looking like that Yiddish Hebrew.
Right.
This stuff right here.
This brother right here helps me out with the prayers on Wednesday law class. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And he does the Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Quadash, Hayah, Shemka. Yeah, you know, like, and it's just it flows. You feel me? That's why it's amazing. So
no, you're right, man. Because like, you know, when you listen to
I get happy. You know what I mean? I get happy like shit.
Like it sounds like an old Native American chant, right? Or like not a chant, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like bars, like, you know what I'm saying? Like the way it flows, it's almost like every word rhymes with itself. You know what I'm saying? We try to do that with English. We try to make words that don't even rhyme. We try to make them rhyme, but Hebrew just naturally rhymes with itself pretty much all the time.
Flows.
You know what I mean? So
go ahead. Keep going.
Floetic, yeah.
What was that?
Go ahead. No, go ahead. Where you
start back at 13. At the top of 13.
Wayahai.
Wayahaya.
Wayahaya. Ba'ahat.
Ba'achath.
Ba'ahath.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Washasha.
Washasha. Me'awath. Shana. Baraiso.
Bara'asha.
Shawan. Ba'ara Shawan.
Ba'athad.
Ba'athad.
Oh, Salakia. It's Ba'achad.
Ba'ahad. Lahawadash.
Lachadash.
Harab. Hamayim. Or
that's good.
Hamayim. 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 There you go. Oh, we got it. Ma'al.
Yeah.
Harash. Haratza. It's like Haratza. Wayashar. Nah. Etta. Makasa. Hatazaba. What is that? Hathaba. Wayashar.
Wayara.
Wahana.
Karabwa.
What?
It was dry.
Oh, that's Karabwa.
Karabwa. Go ahead. Panya.
Ha'adama.
That's the end of that verse.
Ha'adama. Oh, that's it. Ha'adama. Oh. Okay.
Verse 14.
Wabakadash. Wabakadash. Hashanah. Hashanya. Bashim. Bashabaya. Wa'asharam. Yawam. Lahawadash. Lahadash. Yabasham. Harataza.
That's the end of verse 14.
Can we go
ahead and go back to verse 8 in the English.
Excellent job, Bob.
Hell yeah, wow. You're doing good, man.
I'm just sitting here just thinking of my life, thinking about my life like this. Young brother that loves this truth, man.
That's right.
Just like I do, bro. Like it's crazy.
Verse 8. Also, he sent forth a dove from him to see if the waters were abated from off the face of the ground.
He did what?
He also sent forth a dove from him to see if the waters were abated from off the face of the ground.
So first he sent the raven, and then he sent the dove. How did I know that? You feel me? Remember, I just said it to see if the waters were still out there on the earth. You feel me? I just said that. It's like I'm a prophet. Go ahead.
Verse 9. But the dove found no rest for the soul.
Right. So the dove, so there was still waters out there. Because the dove didn't find no rest. The dove was like, look, came back. And he was like, look, bro, ain't nowhere to sit down out there. Yeah. You know what I mean? He was like, I flew out there, ain't nowhere to sit down. I think we should wait. Go ahead, keep reading.
Of her foot, and she returned unto him into the dark. Oh, it's like an ark. For the waters were on the face of the whole earth.
Right. So even though they waited all that time and the water started to calm down and started to decrease from the earth, it was still a whole bunch of water out there. Ooh-wee. And the Most High was like, and the dove was like, look, check this out. Ain't nowhere for me to chill. You feel me? I flew out there and I was flying around for a little bit. So I returned the dove returned to the ark and was like, ain't nowhere to go. Let's chill. Keep going.
Verse 10. And he stayed yet another 7 days.
Another what?
Another 7 days.
So another 7 days went by. And then what did he do? Go ahead.
And again he sent forth the dove out of the ark.
And he gonna test it again. Hey, little dovey, you know what I'm talking about? I'm gonna send you out here. Let me know what's good. Huh? You feel me? Clapping pigeons. Yeah. It's like you. Go ahead.
Verse 11. And the dove came into him in the evening, and lo, in her mouth was an olive leaf plucked off.
Oh man! So now we seeing there's plants out there.
It's bringing that back to proof, right?
You feel me? You dig what I'm saying? Just like we were saying, it's bringing it back proof. Like, hey, there's something out there. You know, so keep going.
Kind of. So Noah knew that the waters were abated from off the earth.
Right. So he knew that there was land nearby and there was no more waters. There's probably some waters some places, but some places it's starting to come back to life. You feel me? Oh, you know, after 200 days, you know what I mean? 170 days inside the ark. He's like, oh man, now we could finally see some olives. You feel me? Go ahead.
Verse 12. And he stayed yet another 7 days and sent forth the dove, which returned not again unto him anymore.
The dove was like, hey, I ain't going back to the ark. I'm tired of being locked in the ark. You feel me? Now I'm out here. Now I can there's trees and everything there. I can rest. You feel me? So now what Noah say?
Verse 13. And it came to pass in the 601st year, in the first month, the first day of the month, the waters were dried up from off the earth.
So say it one more time. So the first day, the first month, and the first day.
And it came to pass in the 601st year,
Sound like Passover.
in the first month, the first day of the month.
Or it's almost Passover.
Mm-hmm.
Passover is for first day, 14th day of the first month, right?
Oh.
Almost Passover. Go ahead.
The waters were dried up from off the earth.
Okay.
And Noah removed the covering of the ark.
Right. So he removed it. Now let's open them doors, baby. That's how you talking about. Let's open them doors. Let's go out here and let's see what made it and what didn't.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure it was a lot of fish. You know, tomorrow probably a lot of fish just washed up on. Well, no. The fish probably was swimming back to the ocean, or you know what I mean, when the waters was decreasing off the earth, it's probably swimming back to the ocean. You feel me? Because the fish knew that the waters was decreasing, and they needed to know they need to go back to the deep. You feel me? Go ahead.
And looked, and behold, the face of the ground was dry.
Everybody came off that ark and was like, "Oh, thank you." You know what I'm talking about? Barakatah Yahweh. You feel me? Like you feel me? He came off that ark. Barakatah Yahweh. Like, oh my goodness, it's ground. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, he probably came off the ground, did a happy dance. You know what I mean? It's ground, bro. Like, oh, like he probably a tear came out his eye. You don't understand. You don't understand. You feel me? Go ahead.
Verse 14. And in the second month, on the 7th and 20th day of the month, was the earth dried.
So on the second month and the second 20th day, so that's the 22nd. Go ahead. The earth was dry. There was no more water on the earth. He was like, man, I hope it never rained again. Yeah, you did what I'm saying.
I bet that first time it rained after that, they were like, "Uh-oh."
You know what I'm saying? Is the Most High upset? You know what I'm saying? He would have told me this time again, like, right? Did I do something?
Look at that ark raised.
Real talk. Did I do something? Oh, you know what I mean? Is that it on 14? Let's go back to the Hebrew.
Why the bar? Is that
what verse you at?
Verse 15.
All right.
Why the
You talking about verse 15? Why the bar? Yeah.
Why the bar? Elohim. Aus like nach la amar. That's this. Verse 16.
Tazah.
Let him try it out.
Tazah.
Go ahead.
Why?
Maya.
Maya. Hataba'a.
Mm-hmm.
Ata. Or
Mm-hmm. No, good.
why does the ka? Or is like why
It's wa'ashathak.
what? It's like say it again.
Wa'ash.
Wa'ashatak.
Wa'ashathak.
Wa'ashatak.
You have the alphabet right.
Oh god.
Alphabet right there, right?
When I know it looks like a ra, but or a r, but when you look at the what a k is ka, right?
Ka.
But when ka is at the end of the word, it looks like it has a longer side to it. So that's a ka.
Mine look
So
different.
wa'ashathak.
Oh yeah, mine look different. So mine goes.
It kind of looks like this.
My apology.
Yeah.
But it's longer though. It's like
All right, keep going.
kind of. Oh, I need an Android. Up. Ab.
Waba na
Wabanak.
yak.
Wabanak. Oh, is it
Waba na yak.
Wabanayak?
Oh, it's like it's waban
Waban
yak.
yak.
Mm-hmm.
Wanak. Wanasak.
Wanashaya.
Wanashaya. Banaka. Banaka.
Mm-hmm. Banayak.
Banayak.
Yeah,
Banayak.
Mm-hmm.
Banyak. Okay.
Athak.
Etak. Verse 17. Ka'al.
Mm-hmm.
Haya.
Hakaya.
Hakaya.
Mm-hmm.
Asha.
Mm-hmm.
It.
Athak.
Athak.
Makal.
Makal. Bashar.
Mm-hmm.
Ba'aiwam.
Ba'aiwap.
Ba'aiwap.
Mm-hmm.
Ba'aiwap. Abba. Why ba?
This one's kind of funny. It's waba
Waba.
bahama.
Bahama.
Livestock. Yeah.
Bahama.
Mm-hmm.
Wabaka.
Mm-hmm.
Haramash.
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 Mm-hmm.
Ah.
Mm-hmm.
Harataza.
Mm-hmm.
Hawataza.
Mm-hmm.
Haisha.
Hayataza.
Hayataza. Oh, that's one to bring out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Athak.
Mm-hmm. Was
Washar tazawa.
Washar Tazara.
Mm-hmm. Ba'arataza.
Let me help you out. Bow.
This is the bottom one.
Yeah, the bottom two.
Oh, okay.
Or the bottom one. Yeah.
Okay.
Waparwa.
Wapara.
Mm-hmm.
Wa'ar.
Rawabwa.
Warabwa.
Al.
Harataza.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Keep going.
Waya Taza. Nach.
Mm-hmm.
Abana. Why? Bana.
Waban yawa.
Waban Yawa.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Wa'ashath.
Wa'ashath.
Wa'ashathwa.
Wa'ashathwa.
Mm-hmm.
Wa'ashath. Oh, okay.
Wanashya.
Wanasha. Banawa.
Banyawa.
Banyawa.
Mm-hmm. Athawa.
Atawa.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's leading from left to right. Okay, I see. From right to left. From right to left. Ka'al.
Mm-hmm.
Haya.
Hakaya.
Hakaya.
Hakaya. Mm-hmm.
Hakaya. Kal.
Mm-hmm.
Haramash. Wakal.
Mm-hmm.
How what?
Ha'ai.
Ha'ai.
Wap.
Wap.
Mm-hmm.
Ha'ai wap. Kyle.
Mm-hmm.
Rai Wamesh.
Rawamash.
Rai Wamash.
Mm-hmm.
Ah. Ha'arataza.
Okay.
Lamit.
This one's a
Damn, this is long.
Let's do them one at a time.
La
Lamasha.
Lamasha.
Pacha.
Pacha.
Pachath.
Pachath.
Yaham.
Yaham. Like Yaham. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Which one you
You
Yataza'awa.
Yataza'awa. Mine.
Hathaba'a.
Hathaba'a. Wayaban.
Wayaban.
Wayaban. Nah.
Nak. Mazabah.
Mazarbath. Yahweh.
La Yahweh. Okay.
La Yahweh. Wayakwath. Wayakwath. Makal.
There you
Makal.
go.
Hamath.
That's a T, so that Hata Hawara.
Hata Hawara. Oh, clean. Why Makal? Why Makal? Hi
Iowa.
Iowa. Hata higher.
Hatahar.
Hata higher. Why Ya'al? I lost. Bamazabah. Bazamabah.
Verse 20. So it's like a 21.
Wayara'ah. Wayara'ah. Wayarah. Yahweh. Etta. Ra'ah. Rayath. Hanawaha. Hanaya'ah.
Chach.
Oh, it's ha.
He good.
Hayana hath. Oh, because okay, I see it. Waya Amar. Yahweh. Ow.
Labaya.
Labaya. Lai.
La'a.
Isupk.
Asap.
Asap. Laquan.
Laqualal.
Wakalau. Iwad. Etta. Ha'adam. Ha'alama. Ba'awa.
Ba'ai.
Bawara. Ha'adam. Kai. Yasa'ar.
Yatazar.
La'ab. Yata'ab. Is Yata'ab or Lata'ab?
Which one?
The LEB or the
you can say Laba.
Ha'adam. Rai. Mana wa ra'a.
Yeah, it's like Manai. And then
Wa'ara.
Rayawa. Wala'a.
Walala. Isat. Iwad. Lahakawar. Lahak. Kawath. Etha. Ka'al. Kaya. Kasa'ar. Ka'ashar. Asa'at.
Aisha. Yathaya.
Yataya.
That's the end of verse 21.
Oh, okay. Oh, you want to do 22? This is the last one on.
Oh, that's the last one? 22 is the last one on the chapter?
I think so. Oh, yeah, 22 is.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Most High Christ.
Ad. Aid. Ka'al. Yamai. Yamaya. Ha'arataza. Zara. Zarai. Wakas. Wakatazara. Yaras. Wakair. Wakar. Wakwar. Wakam. Wako. Wakayataza. Wahara.
Okay.
Wahaira.
Wayawam.
Wayawam. Wayala.
Wayala. Yeah. It's like wala yala.
Wala yawa. La'ai. Yasab. Yasaba'a.
Yashabathwa.
Yashabathwa.
That's the end of verse 22.
All right, let's go to the English. Excellent job, Art.
I was trying to.
Picking up on it quick.
I'm gonna have to go through these and like
keep practicing.
It
won't hurt.
I'm gonna have to be able to speak it. Conversation. So we were on verse 10. No. Verse 15. Oh yeah, verse 15. And verse 15. And God spake unto Noah, saying, what? I was like, verse 16. Go forth of the ark, thou and thy wife, and thy sons wives with thee. Verse 17. Bring forth with thee every living thing that is with thee of all flesh.
All right, so now he's getting orders to come out the ark, right? Now the Most High is giving orders to come out the ark. He gave orders for everything to go in the ark. Now Noah, you, your wife, your sons, their wives, everything that went, all the animals went with you, come out the ark. Come out of her, my people. News that come out of the ark. Get out of the ark. Go ahead.
Both of fowl and of cattle.
And you know what's heavy? Go back to verse 15.
Verse 15. And God spake unto Noah, saying,
God spoke unto everybody.
God spake unto Noah.
God spoke unto all the Christian churches.
And God spake unto Noah.
God spoke unto Noah. God spoke unto all the fake Israelite groups.
God spake unto Noah.
God spoke to that one woman that says, I'm spiritual, but she got 4 baby daddies.
God spake unto Noah.
God spoke unto that one brother that was getting high and you know what I mean, that gets high every day. God spake unto Noah. Right. God spoke unto that brother that said, I don't need nobody to speak to God for me. I just need to, God, if my God won't talk to me, he'll come talk to me. Mm-hmm. God spake unto Noah. The Most High deals with one man. He doesn't deal with everybody, man. He doesn't deal with everybody. He deals with one man. You know what I mean? The Lord speaks to one man. That man is commanding General Yah. Oh. That's why he's the commanding general. You dig what I'm saying? Everybody talking about, the Lord spoke to me, and the Lord spoke like all those clubhouse nuts. You dig what I'm saying? The Lord didn't speak to Shem, and Japheth. The Lord didn't speak to Noah's wife. The Lord didn't speak to Japheth and Shem, Ham, and their wives. The Lord spoke to Noah, and Noah gave orders. And because they followed the orders, they were saved.
Straight like that.
That's simple. Go ahead.
Verse 16. Go forth and of the ark, thou, the wife, and thy sons wives with thee.
Right.
Verse 17. Bring forth with thee every living thing that is with thee of all flesh.
Right.
Both of fowl and of cattle and of every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth, that they may breed abundantly in the earth.
They may do what?
Breed abundantly in the earth.
That's the people too. They should breed abundantly in the earth. Replenish the earth, because I killed everything. You know what I'm talking about? I killed all the ants. Make more. You feel me? Send that one ant pile that you got You know what I mean? Send them out there to go make more ants. I killed all the bees and the, you know what I mean? All the birds, send everything out there to go replenish the earth. All right, no sweat. Go ahead. Shalom. You know what I mean? That's what the Most High is telling Noah right now. Go ahead.
Verse 18. And Noah went forth, and his sons and his wife, and his son's wife with him. Verse 19.
So go ahead, my bad.
Oh, it's like every beast, every creeping thing, and every fowl, and and whatsoever creepeth upon the earth after their kinds went forth out of the ark.
Right. So everything went forth out of the ark. Go ahead.
Verse 20. And Noah builded an altar unto the Lord, and took of every clean beast, of every clean fowl, and offered burnt offerings on the altar.
Stop. No, so Noah took pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster and catfish and made plates and sold it at the church.
And Noah builded an altar, and took of every clean beast.
Stop. So Noah was selling pork chop plates at the church.
And took of every clean beast.
So Noah was selling shrimp plates.
And took of every clean beast.
Every clean beast.
Noah had that gumbo.
Yeah, Noah had that seafood medley, that seafood gumbo.
And every clean beast.
Man, every clean beast. Look, and this is in Genesis. There was no law in Genesis. Then how would Noah know what's clean?
Right.
And how would he know how to sacrifice it? A burnt offering. If there was no laws, and how would he know the sacrifices? He sacrificed to the Most High. Get out of here, man. These nuts don't know the Bible. Right? Go ahead, keep going.
Of every clean beast, and of every clean fowl, and offered burnt offerings.
He offered what?
Burnt offerings.
He offered burnt offerings to the Lord
on the altar.
They had a good feast day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they had them a feast day, bro. A burnt offering, a feast day. You feel me? Because the Lord can't eat it. They just gonna cook the food, burn the food up, and then leave it there.
Wow.
No, but they did it for the Most High though. Go ahead.
Verse 21. And the Lord smelled a sweet savor.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lord said in his heart, I will not again curse the ground any more for man's sake. For the imagination of a man's heart is evil for his youth, or from his youth. Neither will I again smite any more.
Stop. It says the man's imagination. Do you imagine in your heart?
No,
you don't imagine in your heart. Your heart just pumps blood, but you do imagine in your mind. And it said it's evil from its youth. Our minds are evil from our youth.
And that's the truth.
Our minds are evil from our youth. But the Most High said he ain't going to curse the ground no more. He's not going to kill everything. But he will kill some people.
Damn right.
Oh, he will. He's going to kill some people. Because the man's mind is the man's imagination is evil from their youth. Go ahead. Because they're getting taught how to celebrate Christmas and Easter and Thanksgiving. They're getting taught Christianity. They're getting taught Caesar Borgia is Yahweh Shai Mashiach. They're getting taught that. You know what I mean? Kids don't come out the womb be like, oh, that's Jesus. They don't come out the womb saying that. They don't come out the womb worrying about their birthday. They don't come out the womb worrying about Christmas and presents and gifts and Easter and Thanksgiving. And they don't come out the womb doing these things. They're taught how to do these things. And they're taught by their parents because their parents are wicked, evil, and filthy. Because their imaginations. They imagine their kids, oh, we're going to grow up and celebrate Christmas all our life. They're imagining these things. And your kids' kids and your kids' kids. That's why when you decide, no, I'm not going to celebrate Christmas, their whole future that they planned is done now. You dig what I'm saying? It's done.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
And the Lord said in his heart, I will not again curse the ground any more for man's sake, for the imagination of man's heart is evil from his youth. Neither will I again smite any more every living or thing living as I have done. Verse 22. While the earth remaineth, seed time and harvest and cold and heat and summer and winter and day and night shall not cease.
Read that one more time.
Okay. Verse 22.
Yeah.
Verse 22. While the earth remaineth, seed time and harvest and cold and heat and summer and winter and day and night shall not cease.
So it's gonna be this. It's gonna be like this until the end of time.
Mm-hmm.
The earth is not going nowhere. So the seasons are not going nowhere. Day and night are not going nowhere. Hot and cold weather is not going nowhere. Winter, summer, fall, spring, it's not going nowhere. It's not going nowhere. That's what I mean by harvest. Springtime. You know, that's the harvest time. It's not going nowhere. It's always going to be here. But you know what's not going to be here? Christmas.
Damn right.
Thanksgiving, Easter. That's not going to be there. That's not going to be here. The herbs are going to be here. But the way you use the herbs is not going to be here. You know what I'm talking about? Because they're going to be righteousness on the earth at some point in time. That's what that's saying right there. That's it, right? What time stamp?
48.
12:48.
What, 11:48?
12.
All right, we can end the class.
All
right, with that, Armajum. Where are your glasses?
What?
Where are your glasses? You gonna blow the horn?
Okay.
Oh, we gotta mark it. Do you have the Sharpie?
We're going to war and stop war, and we're going to, and the captains got to meet too. The captains and generals got to meet. You know, it's all in one trumpet, huh?
I was trying to hit them notes, boy.
Kwam Yashala.
No, La Yashala.
La Yashala.
Well, yeah, camp too much. Camp.
La Yashala.
La Yashala.
All right, we gonna cover the scroll.
Nah, we're gonna give it to him so he can.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Blow the horn one more time, though. Yeah.
Gotcha. Oh, you want me to wrap it?
You want me to lift it?
No, I want you to come over here.
Oh, it's. Oh, you gotta lift it.
All right, you ready to grab it?
Cool.
You got it.
Oh, cool.
All right, Sar, Yapan, Wahakwadum.
You got it, Amajim.
Oh, it's like it. Amajim.
This means to stand.
Sar, Yapan Yahakwadum. That means turn and face to east. For the Lord's Prayer.
Not the way.
Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim. Kodash. Hayah. Shumka. Yahweh. Malakwaka. Taba'ah. Ratazaka. Hayah. Aisha. Ba'arataza. Kawa. Hayah. Bashamayim. Bathalano. Lacham. Kal. Yawam. Wasalachlanao. Kabawathnao. Kasalachnao. Kabawathinao. Wala'ah. Tabiya'ah. Banasaya 1. Abal. Hawashai Mayan. Rai. Hayah. Laka. Hamalakwa. Waha'ala. Watapara. Iwalamyam. Aman. And what we said was, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it.
Salute the scroll. Salute the Torah.
Come. Do I need to blow the trumpet again?
Yes, you do.
Okay. Come back on this side by the couch. Yeah. You can't, sir. I did. Yeah, it's already turned. I got it. He in there.
There's not a certain way you have to do it.
You said what?
There's not a certain way you have to do it.
Do what?
The salute to turn.
Yeah, I'm about to do it right now.
No, I'm saying like a certain way you have to face it.
No.
Oh.
Shalak. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shabrak Yah.
Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shabrak Yah.
I'm too strong.
Oh, you getting caught.
I'm getting the call from who?
I think it's
Officer Kahunga.
Officer
Turn it.
Answer.
Okay, I got you. Don't sweat.
Hey, Shalom, Lord of Christ, sir.
All right. Yeah, we're gonna put that down. Alrighty. All right. Abadim. Turn face the brothers for one courtesy salute. All right, men of Israel. Amadim Shabbat. Amadim. Barak. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shabbat. Yadim Matah. Sar turn and face the sisters for one courtesy salute. Men of Israel. Amadim Shabbat. Amadim. Barak. Yahweh Shemar Thumba Hashem Yahweh Shai. Yadim Matah. Class dismissed.